Listen up. Be you. You got this. I said it before and I'll say it again. Keto, rock stars, stay strong. Be you. Bacon, beef, butter. Keto rock stars. Keto rock stars. Keto rock stars. Keto on, stay strong. Be you. Keto rock stars.
Welcome, Keto Rock Stars. How's everybody doing tonight? This is Rockin' Coach Amy, your awesome host for this evening. Can everybody hear me okay? I've got a different mic on than I normally wear, so hopefully you can hear it okay. Post in the comments if you can hear me. So tonight I am in the Rockin' Kitchen. For those of you who have been following my channel for a really long time, know that this channel started off as a cooking channel and has kind of turned into something else because I haven't had as much time to spend in the kitchen since doing both the PhD class and the kilts class. So, but tonight I really wanted to get back in the kitchen. I'm just going to make a simple recipe. It's going to take a little while, but that gives us time to chat. So I'm going to say hi to a few people. Tanya, Kitchen Witch, is in the house. She says, just found chuck roast on sale for $5 a pound. Tell me where, because I'm going to drive there and get it. And Carrie's here, pulling the boat up to the live stream early. And Rick, Charger Mopar's in the house. We got to play the duck. Welcome, Quack Quack Rick. Yes, chuck roll was a decent price, which all beef has pretty much gone up. So Helix is here. Helix, I got your email. I think that date should work. I will reply to it. I apologize for not getting back. I've been extremely busy. I'll talk about that a little more. And the thumbnail is AI, me, not real me. So yes, thank you. I'm sure AI me looks better than real me, but that's okay. It is what it is. And this is Terry. Hi, Terry. Welcome. She says, I just cooked a tri-tip in my air fryer as an experiment. It was a big roast and was like putting a big fat woman into a tight dress. It's out resting now. No idea what it's going to be like yet. Yeah, so I have a video on tri-tip versus picanha. I did mine in the smoker. And I think the key to both the tri-tip and the picanha is you want to make sure it's kind of on the rare side and a little red in the middle. Otherwise, it will be too tough. But let us know. Can't wait. Brian Dish is in the house. Hi, Brian. And it says, Amy is back to cooking. Yes, I love doing cooking videos. The only problem with these is it takes a lot of setup. You'll see there's like wires that are taped behind me to wire all the cameras in and everything like that. So I happen to be on vacation. So I have time tonight to clean this all up. And Lynn says, hi, Amy and everybody. Schmoovy. John, I think it's John, right? John's in the house. John is my neighbor. We live in the same town. Coach Angela's here. Hey, Angela. Hey, I'm going to send you the information for the live stream here soon. I'm a little behind on things, so I apologize. Yep, John saying hi. Sharon is in the house. Hi, Sharon. I hope you liked your Avenger. Don is here. Welcome, Don. Sandy, welcome. Yes, Terry girl says, here well. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Carnivore Jerry is in the house. Jerry, I got to go back and watch your video. Sorry I missed it, but I watched a couple of your other lives today. You can hear me great. Lewis is in the house. Welcome, Lewis. How are you doing, Cat Daddy? Here, 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 here. Sharon and Don and Lynn and Lewis. The kitchen be rockin'. Yeah, I played my opening music. And Lisa Carnivore Whispers here. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. And Terry says, you scared me to death because my earbud was silent until you burst onto the scene. Kelly Broken Carnivores here. Welcome. Holly Springer's in the house. Welcome. And no, I am using NIPSCO or whatever. I'm not using strawberry poop gas. I'm using expensive gas. Oh, this is my brother from the same mother. AJD is in the house. That looks like a new account. Live from Bremen. You must be working. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's our secret. And as always, here's my Nightbot making an announcement. Welcome, Keto Rock Stars. We are not doctors or medical professionals. Blah, blah, blah. And Carrie's in Texas. Boy, you guys are blowing up. John's in the house. Welcome, John. A. Mason is here. And Rick just likes to see floating poop on the screen. Let's see, who else? Gary No Slow is here. Just took a chuck roast out of the freezer. Hope this is a good recipe. Well, that brings up a good point. I hope it's a good recipe too, because I have not yet made this recipe. As I said, I don't do a lot of cooking shows anymore because I don't have time to practice recipes during the week. And I've made all the recipes I already know. So this one is an easy one. We are cooking chuck roast bites. And I'll tell you how I normally cook chuck roast, but we're going to try this. Bacon runner here. This is Donna. Donna's bringing chuck roast to Thanksgiving. This is not an iguana recipe. And Lambs is in the house. Welcome, Lambs. Bride's Biscuit is here. Welcome. I know. 35 in the chat, and I've only been on for 5 minutes. This is insane. Bill Cook. What's up, Bill? And Wendy, hello. Okay, guys, did I get everybody? Let me see. Okay, I said hi to everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and come over here, and we're going to put the camera down here. Hopefully you can all see this. And I have an on sale chuck roast here. You can see it was reduced to $18.10. And this is chuck roast bites. So we're going to start, and I cannot see your chats right now, so I apologize. I cannot see your chat, but I will get back to the chat. Yeah, Lewis, although I can see Lewis up on my TV screen say we're here to watch Amy burn the kitchen down, which could very well happen. So I have this chuck roast, and I bought a bunch of these on sale from Kroger's when they were on sale a couple weeks ago. So what we're going to do is I've got my Saga knife here. Hopefully it's still sharp. I got this from Chris Cook in Nashville. We're basically going to cut the chuck roast into bite-sized pieces. Now, normally when I cook this, I cook the whole thing, right? I cook it for 3 hours in the skillet. You can also do it in a slow cooker. This is like interesting. It's like 2 pieces. I've never seen a chuck roast like this. Usually it comes in one big chunk. So I guess this was a good one to do this with. It's kind of weird. Maybe that's why it was reduced. Maybe they just took some slices and threw reduced on it. So we're just going to cut these into bite-sized pieces. And I'm hoping, so normally I cook this for 3 hours, right? On the oven slow and low, but because we're cutting it into pieces, we should be able to cook this in like 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we're going to be on here for a while. So if you can't stay, I appreciate it. You can always come back and watch us later. But I've been noticing my live streams tend to go for 2 hours anyway. So we can sit and chat while this is cooking in the oven. I might need to sharpen this knife, but not right now. So just cut it up into bite-sized pieces. Now, if you're carnivore, you can season with just salt. I'm going to season these with 2 different types of salt. I'm going to use Redmond's real salt, and then I have their organic salt, which isn't totally carnivore, but I've seen carnivores use it, so I don't think it's the worst thing you could season stuff with. I've kind of been using that, and then I also did some like other seasonings this week on my pork chops. That's some Dr. Baker knife. You like that? Sorry, I can see I have my TV on up here, and I can kind of catch a glimpse that you think this is nice marbling on this chuck roast? This chuck roast was only $18. Reduced probably because it was getting old, but I bought it and threw it in the deep freezer. So that's one way. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that fat in there because that's a good piece of fat there. Sorry, I am not very sophisticated with cutting and all that other stuff, but you know what? It's good enough to get the meal cooked. Okay, so we have all this chuck roast. It's a little blurry, looks a little blurry on my screen. And then what I'm gonna do, let me wash my hand off first. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take some Redmond's, cows on the screen, some Redmond's seasoned salt, and I'm going to season these with, we're gonna generously season all these with that, and then I'll flip them over. And I'm also gonna use this organic seasoned salt. And this might have a little bit of garlic and onion in it, so make sure you get these really good. And honestly, sometimes I think it's really good to season with salt like 45 minutes to an hour before you cook. Okay, so there we go, voila. Now I'm gonna take these over to my other camera, so bear with me while I switch cameras. What I have over here is a cast iron skillet, okay? I'm gonna heat this up, and the oven is preheating at 325. 325, I'm going to turn on my burner for this cast iron skillet. I have my bacon grease saver. Now, this is not in the recipe that ChatGPT gave me, but this is something I always do. I am going to put some bacon grease in here, generous amounts, and we're going to melt that, okay? Now, what I'm going to end up doing is a reverse sear on these. Ooh, and look, my microwave's dirty. Oh gosh, you can see that. Where is that? Let me move this camera over. It's like blurry. See if you can see that better. Hold on. Okay, I think that's a little better. All right, so we're heating up the skillet. Sorry, there was like a, I don't know, a fuzz or something on the side of the microwave. So, all right, so we're heating up the skillet. We're just gonna melt this bacon grease, but we're not going to actually cook the meat in here. We're gonna bake it in the oven. So I just always like to, you know, heat up the pan or heat up the bacon grease, melts it a little bit. And it will continue to melt. So I'm going to shut it off. I just wanted to get that started. And then I'm going to take the beef. I'm going to take the beef and we're just going to put it in the pan. All right, the pan's, it's not really sizzling because it's not really hot enough. And we're just going to spread it out in the pan. And I'm eating this, so my hands are clean. I don't care. I'm touching the meat. You guys can do whatever you want. All right, so we're putting the meat in there. Then to make a little bit of broth, when this is done, I'm putting a couple cups of water in here, okay? I always do this. So we're going to put that in there with the bacon grease, and that'll make a nice bit of broth. Now, I'm going to cover this. We're going to cover it. And don't judge, I'm using tin foil. I do have a glass lid I could use probably, but tin foil's not the best thing, but that's what I'm using today. So post in the comments if you guys use tinfoil or if you avoid tinfoil. Because I think there's, I don't think it's the best thing to bake with, but I'm doing it. Post in the comments if you bake with tinfoil or if you don't. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is, let me switch cameras. All right, and then we'll put this up again so you can see. All right, so next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven. Probably this way. Put this in the oven. Ricky Lee says tinfoil being used, but not as a hat. Go more this way. Okay. So we're going to open the oven and we're going to just place this in here and we're going to bake, I think, for an hour and 10 minutes. The recipe says The recipe says for rare 50 to 55 minutes, and we're baking at 325 degrees. So rare 50 to 55 minutes, medium 60 to 7 minutes, and well done 75 minutes. So we're going to do the 75 minutes because I like to cook it so it shreds, and that's what it says. Now I normally bake the whole casserole for 3 hours, or the whole roast for 3 hours. Let's go through a few more comments. And let me set my timer. Ziggy, set timer for 1 hour and 10 minutes.
1 hour at 10-minute timers.
Okay, let me find where I was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got the timer going. Let me try to find where we're at. Okay, 35 in the chat. Yep, we saw that. Okay, Carrie says you'll have to go to bed early. And also, these oven gloves. These oven gloves were given to me last year for Christmas as a Christmas present. They're awesome. I've added them into my Amazon shopping list, which is in the description of this link. If you need any ideas for Christmas presents, I put Black Friday deals in there. These are things that are like some of my wish list things for myself, which I'm not asking you to buy me them, but they're things that I think would be good products, and also things that I currently have. So if you need any ideas for Christmas presents for your family, check that out. Also, if you click on any one of those links, and even if you don't order the thing that's in my list, anything that you put in your cart, clicking on one of those links, will help me keep my Amazon affiliate open, and I do get a tiny commission off of it. So I would appreciate any help with that. And then Sharon says, this sounds like Chris cooking Nashville. Yes, actually, I started these cooking lives before I even knew who he was, but I started them on Facebook in a private group. But I really do like live streaming and cooking, and this is what I did in the beginning. So I really love it. It's fun. And Helix says, I love to make Michaela's crispy bits. Is that fat? Crispy fat bits? Or and you could do these in the air fryer, I'm sure. I like to put a little liquid in them and make some broth out of it. So that's what I do. Dallas, another touchdown. Woohoo. Carrie says, I attempted to watch a Dallas Cowboy game with the Eagles. That was a fail. Lewis says, we're here to watch Amy burn the kitchen down. True story, Lewis. True story. I actually have, speaking of which, this is a great Christmas present. I need to add this into my shopping cart. But for all those people who tend to burn the Christmas down, you need a fire blanket. Get a fire blanket. All you have to do is rip this, pull it out. It hangs on the side of my fridge. The other thing that make sure you always have in the kitchen is one of these. I saw on Rick's video, he's got one in his kitchen. There's been a couple of incidents where I had fires. Luckily, always kitchen. My sister Angela, who's come bacon runner Donna says, I'm at annual eye doctor appointment tomorrow morning. Don't know why I'm saying that. That's okay. We're all here to support each other. And Amy in the kitchen with a knife. My kind of clue game. Yeah. My late husband used to call me burning up Barbie. Okay, I'm in good company then. Good to know. I have mine coming up in December. Yes. And Golf Addict is here. Welcome, Spanky. This is Spanky, everybody. Wendy says, hi, Lewis. You get to explain to 911 if anything happens. And it would all happen on camera, because if there was a fire in here live, I would not be shutting down the stream. I would just be trying to put the fire out. And Bryce Biscuit says, I teased my ex about burning water. That's funny. Kroger Slickery. Yeah, that is so weird that it came in like thin slices. I don't know. And Ellen's here. Welcome, Ellen. Bill Cook says LOL. Carrie says, I have the video saved to watch later. Well, thank you, Carrie, and you get some rest. And Bride's Biscuit says, that's some Dr. Baker knife. Yes, it is. Endless says it may be time for breakfast by the time we are done with the live tonight. Probably. And I'm going to get up early. I'm on vacation this week. Man, it's been a weekend. I'm on vacation this week because I'm hosting Thanksgiving. I'm not cooking. Well, I am cooking, but I'm not cooking a whole big meal. I'll tell you about that here in a little bit. But I'm on vacation. My sister's coming in to stay with us, and my nephew is flying in from Vegas with his fiance. Congratulations to my nephew. Because he's flying his fiance into so the whole family can meet her. So I'm excited about that. I am not cooking the big turkey and the mashed potatoes and everything I usually do every year because I just had surgery, as many of you know. I just had abdominal surgery, and my mom and dad were like offered to cater. And we're not catering turkey, we're catering Polish style chicken and sausage, nothing of which I can eat, by the way. So I am going to make heart attack chicken, and I'm going to make Chris cooking Nashville's mashed potatoes, which are to die for my sister and I, because my sister, she's not keto or carnivore, but she's gluten free. So she can't have the fried chicken either. And then I'm going to make some keto chow fudge for the keto people. I may have a bite of that, don't judge. And while I'm on that topic, Keto Chow is having a Black Friday announcement Wednesday at noon. I am an affiliate for Keto Chow. They also do electrolytes, the salty electrolytes. And they're making a huge announcement. So stay tuned if you do like Keto Chow. I am recording a video on that. I can't talk about it yet because I'm sworn to secrecy. But Wednesday at noon, I should be releasing a video. I'm not really doing a whole lot of the Keto Chow right now, although I will say every once in a while traveling, it's really good. Okay, if you can't eat out every meal, it's great for traveling and stuff like that. And Ellen says, or I'm sorry, Spanky says to Ellen, hey Ellen, hi sweetie, hugs. Nice marbling on the chuck roast. Yes, it did. And I don't throw any of that out anymore. I used to cut all the fat off when I ate it, and now I don't so much anymore. I try to eat as much fat as I can. And Sandy says, Ellen, are you following me? Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, Lewis. I have some kitchen scissors. Funny story about that. One time I found these kitchen scissors on the floor in the garage. And there was a little bit of a discussion about why the scissors were in the garage. Okay. All right. Let's see. What time is this? 7:09. I got to remember 7:09. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you back over to the stove. We'll come back to the comments here in a little bit. I'm going to take you over to the stove again, and we're going to, and don't judge my pan. Yeah, I probably need another skillet, but I haven't bought all fancy pans yet. So yeah, I'm using aluminum, and I have these pans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the burner on, and we're going to brown some butter. Okay, I'm going to take a whole stick of butter, and we're going to brown the butter in here. And this is going to be our sauce. Who doesn't love butter? I think butter is the new cheese for me. Although since my surgery, I have been consuming some cheese. Boo hoo. It's been a little bit rough, but you know what? I'm not worrying about it right now. Bill says, looks good from here. Sandy says, Pinky, so nice to see you. He says, that was legendary with all the cows on the screen. 40 watching. Wow, 42. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love all of you. I try to, and I have to apologize if I don't get through all the comments every live stream, but you guys are insane. I mean, I don't have the subs, but I have a very special following. I can't even begin to tell you guys. how awesome you guys are, and I appreciate your support. Even just coming here to hang out, even if you can't stay for the whole thing, it's amazing. I can't believe in the year that I've had my channel, what a great group of people I've met, and that you guys are all here to hang out with me. It's awesome. It really is. Okay, so we're just gonna melt this butter and brown it a little bit. I still have yet to make brown butter bites. I think my next video, though, I want to do my next live cooking, I want to make egg drop soup. It's on my list of things to do. And when you're browning butter, I'm sure everybody in the chat has brown butter. So you're not really learning anything here. We're just having fun and cooking together. I don't come up with fancy recipes like Chris Cook in Nashville. I don't do innovative stuff. And a lot of my older videos are other people's recipes that have given me permission to do them on a live stream. So if you go back and watch a lot of my keto recipes, this is a carnivore friendly recipe. It's carnivore friendly. So I probably will do some more keto recipes in the future because I want to support the entire community. Keto, carnivore, low carb, all are welcome here. To me, we're all one big family, okay? We're all one big family. Gosh, that looks really good on screen. Yummy. I could just do the butter. I really need to make brown butter bites. Post in the comments if you made brown butter bites. Okay, so I've noticed it gets foamy right before it turns. See how it's getting foamy? It gets foamy right before it turns brown. Right before it turns brown. So I really hope this chuck roast recipe turns out. I've never made it before. We're doing it together live. Post in the comments if you think this is going to turn out or if you think it's going to be tough. So it's getting really foamy, and I just kind of move back and forth until I see it's brown a little bit, and it's starting to get brown. Starting to get brown because you don't want to overdo it. Okay, it's brown, so I'm going to shut the burner off. We haven't burnt the kitchen down yet. And I don't think I've had the smoke alarm go off yet. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. But I'm just going to put this browned butter into a glass dish over here. You can't really see it. It's a little off camera. Okay. So we got a brown butter, right? Brown butter. You can see the color. It's brown. Brown butter. That's going to be for dipping. Dipping in the brown butter. Awesome. Okay, let's go through some more comments because that's what we're here. It's not hard to cook on screen and resume chatting. And this is Michael. Hi, Michael. Okay, so I have a little bit of a cough. I got to tell this story real quick. I woke up this morning at 7:30 to go to church, and I have this severe, sharp pain. It's like, I don't know, it's like under my shoulder blade, but also on the side of my ribs, and it hurts really bad to breathe. And I kind of freaked out a little bit because I just had surgery 4 weeks ago, and I'm always worried about like blood clots, right? I talked with my husband about it. He's like, you just pulled a muscle. So I feel okay otherwise, but it does hurt when I breathe. If it gets worse, I will go to the ER, but for now, I'm just kind of, I feel good otherwise. I just have this severe pain like on my rib cage, and it hurts when I breathe. So I don't know what's going on. I missed church this morning. So I'm a little sad about that. And I got up, I took a hot shower, and I started cleaning and doing things around the house, and it does feel a little better. So hopefully it's just a pinched nerve is what I'm thinking. Bill Cook says, I know a couple people in the space who would start eating before the skillet. Yeah, they eat raw meat, and that's okay. I'm a cooked meat kind of girl. Although I am trying to cook it a little more rare than I used to, so I think there's that. So that might be a good thing. Spanky says, "Ooh, yeah, Amy, you season the meat, sprinkle it. That's it." LOL. And yeah, Bride's Biscuit says, "Good marbling. That's food porn right there, for sure." And then Carrie telling Helix, "Glad you laughed." Lynn telling Michael hi, and then hi Spanky. I hope you are in your spandex. Do you wear spandex, Spanky? I have jeggings on. I love jeggings. You can't see them, but I have my jean leggings, and I will never ever get these wide leg pants again. All the rage is these wide leg pants. I have the skinny jeans, and it's because I'm a trip hazard, okay? I remember in my 20s when the bell bottoms were back in, and I had those in the early 2000s, and man, I would always be tripping on them. And now I'm much older. I'm not in my 20s anymore, right? So I'm like, no, I'm doing skinny legs forever. Skinny legs forever. And here's my Amazon list. It's also in the description of the video. If you buy anything, even if it's once a month, click on a link in my Google Docs, and then you can search for something else that you want. You have to do it before you put it in your cart, though. So don't put it in your cart. And I don't think it works on subscription stuff. But that would be one way to support this channel without sending me money, which also brings up another point. The people who have been getting Avengers before the contest have been paying me. So if you're interested in that, this week's probably out because I'm very busy with Thanksgiving preparation. But if you want to not wait for the contest, I'm charging a very small fee, and Juliet yells at me for not charging enough, but I'm trying to pay for the programs that I use. Next Sunday night is the next Carnivore Avenger. So hopefully I got everybody on the wheel. If you want to be added to the wheel, you have to email me, and my email is on my channel. Email me, and it's also scrolling across the screen. So it's ketorockstars21@gmail.com. I need your photo, and it's got to be a clear headshot with no like hats on or anything. And if you wear glasses, it's going to have your glasses in there. So, and then I need your headshot. I need your Avenger name. I'm not picking one for you. And then also tell me what kind of music you like, and I'll create you a theme song. Ooh, who's doing angry face? Michael, good to see you. White spandex. Oh my gosh, Spanky says. Lambs says, I'm always blown away on the meat deals you guys can get in the US. We pay double to triple. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lambs. That stinks. And Helix says, didn't see it. Oh, don't worry about a dirty smudge. Okay, so I think it was like, I'm in the process of cleaning, and I kind of picked up my kitchen, but I haven't deep scrubbed the kitchen yet for Thanksgiving. And there was like a little cat fuzzy or something hanging off the side of my microwave. It kind of grossed me out. I was mortified, Lewis, but you would understand, right? Because you have all the cats too. You have like 10, I have 4. Let's see. I did something similar last week. Angela says I only had a chuck roast and not enough time to cook it in a crock pot. Yeah, so I thought this would be a good idea because I work from home, so I can throw a chuck roast in my this is my godmother's. This is like a cast iron pan that is from like 19 probably 40 or 50. It's awesome, and it's been passed down to me, and this is my favorite cast iron skillet to cook in. And instead of putting them in a crock pot, I've been just putting it in this and putting it in the oven with some bacon grease and some water, and I've been like just cooking it for 3 hours. But this is a little bit shorter. It says it takes shorter time because you cut the pieces up first. So yeah, yeah, Bride's Biscuit. I'm in the U.S. and I still can't afford most beef. I hear ya. Spanky says, "Ooh, yeah, I went through that one. I read that one already. Interesting." Helix says the less dings and stuff that you do not announce is a good thing. People might most likely not care. What do you mean, the less dings? Uh, Ricky Lee's in the house. Hi, Ricky Lee. Says beef. Yes, beef. Beef is my favorite. And I honestly feel like I feel the best on beef. I use both. Tinfoil, but not being used as a hat. Lamb says they will steal your dollars one way or the other, I guess, Bride's Biscuit. For sure. Mannix Gaming is in the house. And yeah, Paul Saladin will get mad at you. I think that came up about the tinfoil. I do have a glass. I bought a glass like lid that I cooked on it before, but I still use tinfoil. Sorry guys, I'm not perfect. And Felix says I wear a tinfoil hat. That's hilarious. Yes, I use tinfoil. See, and I was to a certain point where I was like, can't have this, can't have that, can't use any products that have, you know, parabens in it or this or that. And you know what? I still wear makeup. Guess what's in makeup? Uh, I'm sure I can't afford to buy everything the most expensive everything. I just can't. I'm on a budget. So I think there's a point in time where you do the best that you can with your budget. But yeah, I use foil and plastic wrap too. I mean, it's probably not great. I don't microwave in plastic anymore. I do have plastic containers, but it's only for cold stuff. And get this, I do still buy bottled water in the plastic for holidays. I don't drink out of it, rarely. I use my like metal containers, but yes, I do buy it for holidays because it's convenient. So that stinks. And I still buy the diabetes water, meaning the Coca-Cola products and stuff like that for I call it diabetes water because of Casey and Kelly means he used to work for Coca-Cola. He used to be a upper management, and now he calls it diabetes water. Courtney Luna, yes, Courtney Luna. Uh, don't forget if you have a question, please put QQQ in front. That way I will try to read those as they come up because I have a little filter over here. And Juliet's in the house. Juliet, I have to give a big shout out to Juliet for hosting these Friday pajama parties. They are so much fun, so much fun. Thank you, Juliet. I can't wait till our next one. And that's all Juliet's brainstorm. I just have to tell you. So please, if you have not subscribed to her, please do that. She's awesome. And we're so blessed to have you in this community, Juliet. You've been and thank you, Juliet, for helping me work on my channel. I've been doing this for a year. Juliet's been doing it for like 5 minutes, and she's teaching me YouTube. So if you have any questions, ask her. She's an expert. Paul Saladino will whoop your, you know what? Yes. Smoothie. Haven't used the oven since I use my air fryer daily. I just air fried. I use all my appliances, honestly. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I don't know that I would put a chuck roast in the air fryer. I never put a steak in the air fryer. Um, Bill says, I like aluminum as deodorant. Angela says, I try to avoid foil, but sometimes you just have to use it. I do have a casserole dish with a lid. So with that, I don't have to use foil. Yeah, I do have a glass lid I could use with this, but I was just lazy. Sorry. Sometimes I still am lazy. And then Truth Lambs. Let me just check to make sure my timer's on. Ziggy, how much time left on my timer?
Your timer has 46 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, perfect. It worked. Yes. So I started buying aluminum-free deodorant. That's one thing I did switch to aluminum-free deodorant. Um, uh, Especially for the breast cancer thing, because that is going under your arm. So, there's that. Breast cancer runs in my family pretty rampant. Knock on wood, I've never had it, but my sister did. Lewis says, Spanky, I saw your TV question earlier today. TV question? What's that? I said, I know that guy. Yes, it's fun. They put terrible stuff. Like I questioned somebody, why is there sugar in this vaccine? You know, why is there what's the point of putting sugar or glucose in it? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Bride's Biscuit says, I mean, I've been baking with tinfoil for over 60 years now. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed too. I mean, like I said, good, better, best, guys. Do the best that you can. Uh, I almost hesitate to do these live streams, like cooking live streams, because I know like I'm going to use something and someone's going to be like, that's not carnivore. That's not good for you. And it's like, then when you replicate this, you don't use that item. It's fine. You do what's best for you. Also, some of the supplements I have on my list, uh, they're not totally clean, but I can't afford, like, for example, the zinc that I have, right? It's got microcystalline cellulose, vegetable cellulose. There's vegetables in the zinc. And I'm sure it's just a little capsule thing. Vegetable stearate and silica. I'm sure those are terrible, right? But, and it says vegetarian capsules right on it, not carnivore. But I'm doing the best that I can. And honestly, in what, 130 days carnivore, I think I'm probably 130 days now. I feel so much better. So even what I'm doing, I do feel so much better. And Bill says, LOL, Ricky. Cool stuff with all the items listed, Carrie. Thank you. Uh, Ricky says free aluminum and barium and mercury. Oh, it's not free. My bad. Carrie says you can spray some in the air to modify the weather. Spray some what? Aluminum? That's awesome. You guys are hilarious. And Holly says, bride's biscuit, me too. I've been covering and lining with aluminum foil for 40 plus years. I know, I know. And Carrie says, did you hear that oxygen and magnesium were going out on a date? OMG. That's hilarious. OMG for magnesium. I got it this time, Carrie. I got it. Ooh, what's a flat iron steak? Ricky Lee says, I got 5 flat iron steaks today. And Ricky says, Eagle lose to Dallas? And Helix says, Michaela Peterson can't barley any fat. It's meat from chuck roast shredded and then crisped in the air fryer. Oh, barely have any fat. She can't barely eat any fat, I think. Yum. That's yum. I'm gonna have to look that up and do that one next. So chuck roast is my new favorite thing. You can also do this recipe with ribeyes, but the problem is I only have 3 ribeyes left from Easter when I bought like 3 huge standing rib roasts. And I almost bought some this last week, but Myers did some tomfoolery. And what I mean by that is it said New York strip roasts like $11.99 a pound. So I'm like, you know what? We're almost out of steaks. Maybe I'll buy one of these to hold me over till Christmas. Then I looked down and it wasn't New York strip roasts that were in there. It was ribeye roast, and they were $16.99 a pound. And so I went to the counter to ask the attendant there, and he barely, and this is not a knock, but he barely spoke any English. And he's like, he said something like, you have to go check it at the scanner. I'm like, yeah, by the time I'm at the scanner, I'm checking out and I don't want to have to leave it. So I just didn't buy any. I didn't buy it. I'm like, it's going to go on sale at the holidays, which I found out like a year ago. And I started buying the standing rib roast at the holidays. And Terry says, game is tied up. And Lewis says, Amy Meats, QVC. Love it. You love QVC meats? My mom buys stuff off of QVC, but I'm like, I just don't see it's a good deal. Bill says, pretty sure as long as you eat meat and sweat some, aluminum foil won't kill you. But disclaimer, not a doctor. Yeah, none of us are doctors. We just are trying to all figure this out. and share the best advice that we can find with each other and what works for us. Lynn says, I have a fire blanket just like that. Hope I never need it. Yeah, I have one here. Well, actually, I should put it back. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to hang this back up where it belongs. And luckily, when my sister comes in town this week, she'll see the fire blanket that I got from her for Christmas. I also have one, I think, out in the garage because if the grill ever catches on fire or anything. But yeah, we worry too much, lambs, about relatively minor suboptimal issues. I think just eat the meat and most of us will be just fine and out of any danger zones. For real, though. Milton's new name might be Cujo, right? With the way that he attacked Rick. And Wendy says, I even have extinguishers in all the vehicles. That's a really good idea, Wendy. You're smart. Bill said these pickles might, though. Pickles. I'm still working. So I have this kimchi in my refrigerator that I made, but I've been so swamped, I haven't been able to finish editing the video, but it will come out. I have been eating some kimchi. My tri-tip came out too well done, but still good in the juices. Yeah, I can't believe how that huge row. Well, that's the thing. I couldn't believe like both the tri-tip and the picanha smoked in the smoker at low temp was done in like an hour. I couldn't believe it. And if you overdo, picanha is my favorite over tri-tip. The tri-tip was good, but I like it pink. I like it pink. Carrie says, we had a kid at my school. I thought it would be fun to take the fire extinguisher off the wall and push the button. They got it cleaned up. Yeah. Helix says, well, I find my sanity. And I've never seen this one. Better not tell you. You'll be all right, Helix. You got all of us. These pretzels are making me thirsty. What? Oh, the pretzels bouncing on the screen. Someone put pretzels. Some skillet smoking? What? What? Terry goes, do we tell you when your skillet starts smoking? So it's so funny you mentioned that. One of my earlier live streams, I can't remember which one it was, but early on in my channel, I was doing something on the burner back here, right? And my mom and dad were watching. And I forgot to turn the burner back off when I was done cooking. And there was a smoke coming up behind me. And my dad chatted, Mom said that, there's smoke coming from the top of your stovetop. So I literally had like a fire or smoke going on back here, and I didn't even know it because I was live streaming. Oh, yes. And if you want to share your channel, all you have to do is type !love bacon, and it will share your channel. So everyone, please go subscribe to Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee says, so nice of you, Amy. You're very welcome. Carrie says, after I work Monday, I am off this week for Thanksgiving from the school job. I have a turkey. I'm cooking a brisket for Turkey Day. Okay, so that's one of the questions I wanted to ask everybody. What are you guys making for the holiday? We are catering to Polish style dinner, and I am going to, and actually, I don't want to mess up my kitchen because I'm going to clean it tomorrow. So I'm going to be deep frying some heart attack chicken in the garage. I have a deep fryer. I'm just going to take it out there. I'm going to fry some bacon up out there in the garage because I don't want to make a mess of my house because my husband just cleaned all the cabinets off and he cleaned up all the heart attack chicken grease from all of these cabinets and everything. Apparently he missed the side of the microwave. And yes, I am cleaning too, but my husband realizes I just had surgery 4 weeks ago and he is really being awesome and doing a lot of the housework. So I'm very blessed to have him. Thank you, Dennis. I know you don't watch my live streams, but I love you and I appreciate it. And I don't want to mess up all the hard work he's done. So I'm going to be cooking in my garage. What do you think about that? Is that crazy? I'm going to be deep frying in grease. We have a table out there. I'm going to be deep frying in my fry cooker out in the garage, and I'm going to make the heart attack chicken on Wednesday, and I'm going to reheat it with the rest of the catered chicken. Bill says, need a beer, golf addicts? It's funny. Sandy says, Spanky, I miss pretzels. Ooh, Wendy says, I'm in my kitchen tetrizing deer meat into the freezer. So you went hunting, right, Wendy? And you scored some deer, I take it? Juliet says, yummy pretzels. And Bill says, I poured all my beer out. Angela says, I am invited to my grandson's fiance's house in Wednesday and to a coworker's house. That's awesome, Angela. I'm so happy for you. I might get some of that keto chow for my son. Yes. So, and if you guys haven't heard the owner story, Miriam and Chris Bear, their son had epilepsy. I believe it was epilepsy. Don't quote me on that. But they developed that product to help him with his condition. And I think his story is somewhere on Maria Emmerich's channel. But that's why they came up with that product. And they are just great. They are nice people. Keto chow technically really isn't carnivore, but it's keto and can be used in ketovore a little bit. So they're just really nice people. Hey, Paul, Defense Whiz. He says, if I pay you, can you whip and ship me a double order of the mashed potatoes? I don't have the patience to make them and will gladly pay anyone. Yeah, they do take a little bit of patience, but I'm telling you, I make this recipe every Thanksgiving for my husband and I. It is carnivore actually because it's egg whites, mozzarella cheese, which I'm trying not to do cheese, but it's a holiday. Heavy whipping cream, which I haven't had since I started carnivore. So good. Yes. Ricky Lee says my 30 pack of orange salty arrives tomorrow. I also right now do these. I make my own electrolytes, but I do these a lot. The clean slate, which doesn't have any flavoring, right? But I buy the flavored ones for my husband because, ooh, and I can't tell you what they are, but they released some new stuff as far as the electrolytes. I can't tell you until Wednesday what it is, but I have them here. I'll have to put it in my video on Wednesday. So stay tuned. I'll do an electrolyte sample on Wednesday, and I also have, this is so I can film. This is the mystery. Oh, my butter just fell out. This is the mystery. I can't tell you what it is, but this is the mystery flavor of keto chow. Because I'm an affiliate, they send me products to try, and I just have to make a video. So, and also if you want to order salty or keto chow, I am an affiliate. There's a link in the description of every video that I have. And also on my main carnivore page or my main YouTube page, you can order and you get a 10% discount. Angela says, I work Monday and Tuesday. Is everybody off work on Friday? John says, I'm going to go for now. I'm starting day 5 of the 7-day fast. I'm on. Catch the replay in 2 days. Bye, John. Thank you. See you tonight, hopefully on Grandma's channel. Carrie says, cool stuff for keto chow. I have some keto chow and I just got a NutriBullet blender to blend some keto chow. Interesting because I started using the butter instead of, I've always made keto chow with heavy whipping cream, but I don't really want to use heavy whipping cream as my fat. Now the key to the using the butter to mix with the keto chow is you have to melt the butter and then you have to make it hot and then blend it. Whereas you can just shake in a shaker bottle if you use heavy whipping cream. Cutting gaskets out? What? What? Yes, and here's my Amazon wish list again. Yes, brown butter. I also make brown butter for my pork belly bites too. Yes, brown butter on everything. As a matter of fact, I probably need to make some brown butter bites. I want to. Peter says about using cinnamon. I'm wondering if you could put a tiny bit of cinnamon. That's a cool pan brides biscuit. This one, that's just a Sam's Club brand. It's just cheap. I'm sure it's got, you know, chemical. It's probably just a non-stick pan. I need one of those ones that Mitch talks about that's ceramic or whatever, but Bill says, "Oh, need to get better at this." Better at what? What am I doing wrong, Bill? Tell me. Uh, I've been cooking live streams for a long time, like 2 or 3 years. So if I'm doing bad, tell me and I won't do them. All right. Pan look fine. Don't worry too much about it. Unless, yeah, I tend to throw them out when the coating starts to look like it's scratching off, and then I just get a new one. And they're not expensive at Sam's Club. I mean, I don't know that we can totally eliminate. And my air fryer, if you guys see my air fryer, you're gonna be like, that's plastic. But I've had it for like 8 years when air fryers first came out, and it still works. So I'm not ready to throw it out yet. Oh, this is kind of cool. I made a carnivore music playlist. I'm still going to be adding to it. So if you just are want to listen to some of the music that I made, the poop gas song is in there. I'm continually adding songs as I have time. And so when you get a chance, go check that out. I did that because people want a place where they can go listen to the music and you could just sit there and play it. Oh my gosh, what is exclamation fire truck? I don't know that that does anything, Bill. What do you want that to do? I can probably program it in. Sandy is doing her weather. Julia Child would be proud of that butter. Really? Did I do a good job? Okay, my nose is starting to get plugged up. I don't know why. I must be allergic to cooking. Oh, probably because I cleaned the bathroom and I was using bleach earlier. Another thing that's supposedly not good for you, but I don't care. I use it. Thank you, Bride's Biscuit. Sharon says likewise. Uh, Spanky's asking where everybody's from. He says, Vulcan, Alberta, Canada, here in the house. Welcome. Aw, thank you, Sandy. I love you too. Thank you for being such a good supporter of my channel. I appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta make brown butter bites. What you guys post in the comments what recipe you want to see me do next. And I think I want to try some egg drop soup. So I think I'm going to come up with a carnivore egg drop soup recipe because that it one thing I always made was soups, and a lot of the soups had vegetables in them, right? So I'm gonna have to do just like no, I made I think it's Larry and Cassie's chicken soup for my surgery, and I ate that all week, and it was amazing. Ooh, Helix says brown butter bites with crispy bacon bits. Sometimes during the holidays, I put the allulose and cinnamon. Yeah, I'm thinking a little bit. Now, my kimchi does have a little bit of allulose in it, but it doesn't seem to affect me. And Lynn says, "Yeah, your lives seem to have really taken off." You have been. Lynn, you are like one of the first people who ever watched my channel. Lynn was here when I was just doing cooking lives every week, and I want to get more cooking lives in, right? It's just this stuff that I'm doing is stressful. Well, not stressful, but just taking up all my time during the week that I used to have to prepare recipes and stuff. But yes, thank you so much. Yeah, just a few of us chatting, and now look, I know okay, we're down to 38, but I think the highest stream I got up to a few weeks ago, I think it was when Lewis was on. Maybe there was 50. Is that on high, medium, or low? Oh, the pan, I don't know. It's like between medium and high. Between medium and high, Bill. I'm not real good at determining what temperature to put the skillet on. I just know if it starts overcooking, then I turn it down. Bride's Biscuit says, bam. Angela says, Chris cooking Nashville's cornbread recipe is awesome. Took it to church for a potluck and they never knew it was not cornbread. Isn't that crazy? And Spanky says, I'm a ketovore addict. Yeah. Uh, Lisa says I need to add bacon helix. That sounds, maybe I need to do that. Would you mind if I did that on one of these live streams? I made butter bites, and put some bacon in it. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with my stuffed onions. It's in the house. What up, Aaron? Thank you for joining us. Freeze your butter first before you brown it. Oh, freeze your butter first. Interesting. And Carrie says, haven't made brown butter bites. Watch lots of videos. I bet you could add some keto chow to the brown butter bites too for flavoring. It's not carnivore, but it's carnivore-ish. Yes. Lynn says, brown butter bites are my life. I eat tons of butter. I'm trying to back off the butter a little bit. Now, I have not been weighing myself since my surgery because I got a little bit stressed out. And obviously, I had surgery, right? So, what am I doing now more than anything? I'm healing. So, my body may need a little extra fat to heal from the surgery, right? I make brown butter bites once a week for 21 months. Maybe I'll have to do a live stream on that. And I really want to do the egg drop soup. I don't know why, but that just sounds so delicious. Yes, it is fantastic. And Rick thinks this recipe will be delicious. So I like when the chuck roast is like shred, like it falls apart. You can't even get it out of the pan without it falling apart. So I'm a little concerned that we're only baking them for like an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm a little concerned they will be a little tough, but Gary says, I make brown butter bites about twice a week. Yeah, I need to make some. I've never made them. Never made those brown butter bites, but I like dust a little cocoa salt on frozen butter bites. Yum. Okay, so that's interesting because I do have some of this keto chow here. It doesn't have the salty in it, but it is. Do I have it available here? Let me see. Okay, so this is not sweetened. This is dairy free. They have a line called a core keto chow, right? And this, I would say, like I put a tablespoon of this in my coffee with an egg, and it was amazing. Sorry, it's probably a little blurry, but you could probably put a little bit of that, maybe with just a tad of allulose in your butter bites. I mean, not totally carnivore, but carny close enough, as Paul likes to say. Yeah, you can't lose with the butter you use. Exactly. Helix is going to the bathroom. Be right back. Terry says, I overcooked mine, so hopefully you don't follow suit. Yeah. I don't think I could I think with chuck roast, the longer I cook it in the oven with water and moisture, the more tender it gets. Sometimes I don't think I cook it long enough. Yeah, burner on low, medium, or high. I think it was between medium and high. Tell me if that's wrong, Bill. Did I do it right? It looks like I did it right, but Gary, very addictive. I love that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just can't. Oh, you can't eat butter cold because you don't like it. Oh, I love cold butter. I can just cut off when when I first started carnivore and I felt snacky still, I would just cut a little pat off and toss it in my mouth. Yummy. Sandy goes, "Are you kidding me? Been making brown butter bites forever. I have the little trays for them. I have the little trays for them. Oh, speaking of which, when I was still ketovore, I scored one of those carnivore bars. And Charlie, Darth Carnivore, which has anybody seen Darth Carnivore lately? He said they tasted so good when you're totally clean carnivore. So I got kind of snacky the other day. I don't know why I'm still snacky. I think it's hormones, honestly, and I'm healing. And I'm like, I'm just gonna eat a little bit of that carnivore bar, it still was gross. I'm sorry. It might have tasted like 3% better than it did when I was keto, but it was still kind of gross. I just don't really like them. I wouldn't spend the money that are on them. I think I would rather make my own pemmican bar before I paid money for those. Paul says no on the butter bites, but then again, I don't use butter for anything really and have had the same 10 pounds in the freezer for a year, one day maybe. I love butter. I put it on everything now. Everyone's saying hi to Aaron. Uh, Holly Springer, has anyone made brown butter with goat butter? Goat butter is not as sweet as cow butter, so I only use it for recipes. Interesting. I have not. And then Terry says, same, Tanya. I only like cold butter on a hot roll, and I don't eat hot rolls. I love just butter. Lynn, it's hard to share Amy when you had her all to yourself. It was Lynn and Evelyn, my dad, Sean Bradley, Terry. I'm trying to think of all, like, I had maybe 5 people in a live stream. It's crazy. 5 or 6 people. Oh, did I see Dustin's here? Hi, Dustin. And I'm sorry I missed your live stream yesterday, Dustin. Well, I missed your live yesterday. Your interview was that with Thomas because Notre Dame was playing, and then I missed your live this morning, just because they. Oh, how do I? I guess I'm getting a bunch of reviewed. Something's happening with that's weird. Some of your guys' comments are getting held for review, so I apologize for that. I don't know why it's doing that. So if I'm skipping your chat, I'll have to figure out how to do that. But Dustin, I missed your live stream this morning because I woke up at 7:30 for church, and I had this sharp pain in my rib cage under my shoulder, and it was hurt so bad every time I took a breath. My husband had to come help me. It was a big mess. I ended up missing church. I ended up laying down. He put some pain patches on me. I freaked out because I'm worried about blood clots after my surgery. But then I read because they use that gas, the CO2 gas, that even several weeks after you have surgery, you can still have some pains. So Ricky says, I went for x-rays last year for my shoulder, calcium deposits in between the tendons. Yes, oh, I'm so sorry. What can they use does that require surgery or can they use the what is that called? Ultrasound machines to break those up. When I used to go to a chiropractor, they used to use ultrasound, and ultrasound did not help my hip, but it helped pain in my shoulder. So I don't know. Yeah. Ooh, hi, HLAS mod. Welcome. I don't think you've been here before. I feel you. Today I fainted after I hit my knee on something. Oh my gosh, Helix, I hope you're okay. My whole body went numb, and then my son and I took a nap on his floor in his bedroom for a long time. Lucky he is a good kid. Well, I hope you're feeling better. That's scary. Kelly's in the house. Welcome, Kelly. We're making chuck roast bites. Tell calcium where to go by getting K2 in your diet. Yes. I'm in skinny jeans all the way. No to the wide legs. You guys would see me on the evening news if I wore wide legs jeans. Lady dies from tripping down her stairs from wide leg jeans. That would be the headlines. Terry says, my granddaughter bought me a pair of baggy jeans and I love them. Helix says, thrift stores are great for baggy jeans. I'm not going to be wearing the baggy jeans. Yes, Spanky needs to be an Avenger. Shoot me an email. It's on my channel. It's down. It's scrolling across the screen. need your picture, your headshot, the name, if you have any colors you want your suit to be, and what kind of music you like. Ricky Lee says, wow, I got something tasty the other day. 100% beef. If you if you like steakums sometimes, try Gary's Quick Steak 100% thin sirloin frozen beef. Where'd you get it, Ricky Lee? Juliet says, yes, she doesn't. I knew, here's the problem, Juliet. Here's the problem. I charge just a little bit of money just to recoup the cost of the software, right? I felt like if I charged too much, people would want perfection, and I can't make a perfect product. I just can't. The AI programs that I have just aren't that good. They're good, but they're not. It's not going to look exactly like you. It's going to look close, but not exact. Remember Real Jeans? I have some Real Jeans, sort of ish. Uh, they're not stretchy, but it's not great when you put on like 10 pounds or 15 pounds. Paul says, I am the king of warm-ups with the zipper ankles. Oh, the warm-up sweatpants. Yeah, the warm-up pants. I have some Adidas warm-up pants, and actually they're coming in handy right now because I put on a few pounds. They were too big and they were falling off of me. Like the waist was falling off of me, but now I have a little bit of a belly roll here. So I have Adidas warm-up pants. They are wide leg, but for whatever reason, they're okay. My roast that, overcooked today was 18. I'm so sorry, Terry. I've been there and done that. So sorry. Kelly, I got my living room cleaned yesterday in record time. Usually it takes me hours to clean my living room, right? Because I pull every knickknack out, I dust everything, I wipe every crevice down. And it was like, I got it all done before the football game, and I'm like, it's carnivore. Carnivore is making me efficient. Today I got the bathroom cleaned in like an hour, which that usually doesn't take long. And then the kitchen is the other area. I mean, it's generally mostly clean. I keep it clean, but I deep clean it before the holidays because everybody's always got that one relative that does the glove test. Uh, Everyone doing the emojis on the screen. Team cast iron, yes. And actually, there's a spot on the wall right here. I've asked my husband to hang my cast iron skillets up here so I don't have to bend over and get them out of the cupboard anymore. Plus, it kind of looks cool, but I don't think he's totally on board nailing more stuff at the walls. Angela says, I have my grandma's and my great aunt's cast iron. And my mom mine is my aunt's, my godmother, who's been gone since, gosh, maybe the late 80s. She passed away. And since she was my godmother, my mom gifted the big one to me, and she's going to give me a few more when she gets around to it. Helix says, I got my laundry basket to more than half empty today. That measurement makes sense, right? Yes. Good. Team Skillet. Yes, Team Skillet. And I have some jealousy over your cast iron skillets hanging up there, Aaron. That looks perfectly balanced diet, Bill Cook. Hi, Amy. Hi, Ricky Lee. Nice shirt. Yes. So I am a big fan of Vegas Golden Knights hockey. Why, you're going to ask? Do I live in Northern Indiana, but I'm a Vegas Knights fan? This was before any of my family members moved to Vegas. I know my sister lives in Vegas, and my nephew, who's coming to visit, lives in Vegas. In 2018, okay, my brother got a divorce, and my husband said, John, we'll take you anywhere you want to go, right? And he goes, Vegas. So I'm like, oh, Vegas is not my favorite place, but whatever. So we went to Vegas, and it was during the Stanley Cup, and it was the maiden season of the Vegas Knights. And if you remember a year prior what had happened in Vegas, And my other nephew was actually living out there and working as a helicopter pilot for Sundance tours. And there was the shooting at the country music um, concert, and his hangar was catty corner to that. Actually, after that happened, a bunch of people who were shot rushed into the hangar for safety, and he moved back home. It was just too much for him to handle, but he didn't want to be out there anymore. And we were out there, and this was like the year after that. So I think that happened in 2018 or 2017, and this was 2018, I think. Don't quote me on dates. And the town was just going nuts. And the Vegas Knights was in the Stanley Cup. They didn't win that year, but they won like a year or two ago. They won the Stanley Cup. And man, the energy out there for that hockey team after that shooting was just crazy. So I don't watch them all the time, but anytime I turn on the TV and the Vegas Knights are playing hockey, I love hockey. I love Notre Dame hockey too. I love to go to Notre Dame hockey games. It's so much fun. It's like the first hockey game I went to at Notre Dame, this guy gets slammed up in the glass, right? And then the guy starts punching him in the kidney. And I'm like, can you guys do that? Like, this is like boxing on ice. And I don't even like boxing, but it was awesome. Uh, less dings like smudges. The grease and little things you can see, sometimes smudges like that aren't visible to the camera. Yeah, good. So maybe you guys didn't see the dirt on the side of my microwave. I saw it. Nobody cares, is what you said. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Yeah. And Bill says I don't eat makeup. I air fry a lot of stuff too. Who is this carnivore? Is this carnivore muscle? Hi, Jonathan. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I used my air fryer for dinner. I'm now using the oven. I use it all. As a matter of fact, I've got electric skillet that I'm going to use out in the garage because I don't want to get grease all over the cupboards again frying up some bacon. So I use all the things. I use all my appliances. I love them. I love appliances. I reached out to a few companies to see if they would send me an appliance, and apparently I'm not important enough. So, because I love appliances. I doubt it if foil. Yeah, me neither. You know what's going to take me out is those wide leg jeans. If I ever get a pair, I'm going to fall down the stairs with them and break my neck. Knock on wood. I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm just saying, tinfoil is not going to kill me. I switched all my makeup except my lip color. What do you use, Sharon? Because I'm pretty sure what I'm using is probably got bad stuff in it. I don't know. I had to kind of stop looking so much because I was becoming obsessive, and that's not good either. And Paul says, "Ain't a hill I'm gonna die on either, Lynn." Probably talking about the foil. I only CB. I only microwave my food in stainless steel containers right on CB. I bet you that makes for an exciting fireworks show in the kitchen. So funny story about that. There's a thaw setting on the microwave, and I use that, right? Because if my meat hasn't thawed enough, so I get these tubes of sausage, right? I'm sure that's not clean, but I mean I did that when I was on keto. And you know the little sausage, like the Jimmy Dean sausage and stuff, they have those little metal things that clasp the end of the sausage. And I forgot to cut it off. And I put it in the microwave to thaw it. And the next thing I know, I turn around and there's like a fire going on in the microwave. So if you thaw anything in the microwave, make sure you take the little metal clasps off the end. Oh, I did that with bread once too. This was before keto or carnivore, but I had the bread. I was thawing the bread or the bagels or something in the microwave for a few minutes, and I had one of those twisty ties on the end. It was metal inside, and that did the same thing. Yeah, I quit microwaving in plastic. I still do use foil to tent meat, but don't use it to line a pan. I don't either anymore. I don't line anything. I switched to parchment paper, but see, they say even parchment paper is got bad stuff in it. So it's like, silicone, the silicone molds, right? Silicone, cooking in silicone. They say that's like, we might as well just like, now I know why people eat raw, right? Because you can't cook in anything anymore. I don't know. It's just, yeah, CB fire. Awareness is the thing. Yeah, the awareness is the thing. I mean, do the best that you can do, but there's still going to be products in your home that, that you're going to use, and that's fine. I'm not judging anybody, so I appreciate nobody judging me. Sharon says, I knew the source of the comment before I saw. She didn't even have to look at the name. She knew CB was behind that. I used to drink 2 to 24 packs of Coke every week. So I drank Mountain Dew in college. I was addicted to Mountain Dew. But then when I grew up and learned to drink coffee, I became a coffee drinker. But for the longest time, my coffee had to taste like ice cream, right? Before I would drink it. Now I drink black coffee, but I drank way too much even black coffee, so I've had to reduce that some. Wendy says, I use the microwave slightly more than the TV. I take that as a lot, or do you not watch a lot of TV? Sharon's the same. So CB, you always like buying some microwaves or something, Brian says. Kelly says, I drink bottled water at work because I refuse to drink the City of Columbia, Missouri water after they dump too much chemicals in the water twice. Yeah, I really want I want two things. I want a reverse osmosis machine and I want a soda stream, I think. Because after watching see, this is where I can go down a rabbit hole. After watching Bella's video on all the waters, I still like Topo Chico, but she says it's terrible. And I do like the green bottle one, which is I'm drinking right now, which is Pellegrino. Let's find out how much time's on our timer. Ziggy, how much time left on the timer?
You have 3 minutes and 43 on your time.
So what, guys? 3 minutes and 43 seconds till chow time, which I can't eat too much because this is our dinner tomorrow. Oh, Juliet sends some hearts. I use red dye number 5. I do too, only on my hair. Just kidding. No, I dye my hair too. I dye my hair, but I switched to Madison Reed, which is supposed to be more cancer friendly, but whatever. It's chemicals. I mean, and sorry guys, I'm not ready to go totally gray yet. I'm just not ready. Yes, PJ Party Sharon says, oh my gosh, I'm like an hour behind on comments, guys. What the heck? I'm sorry. Guys, it's hard to change things. I've been dyeing my hair since, well, and here's the other thing. I went and got Invisalign, right? The braces. And then I read a comment somewhere, what's that like putting that plastic in your mouth while you're sleeping? And I'm like, and they probably melt that to create those. So like even the Invisalign is probably leaching stuff in your mouth. Who knows? Oh, Lewis. Okay, Lewis. Like what kind of steak? And then Lewis, would you be willing to come on the channel? I'm doing one with Rick on the 21st of December and he's going to teach me a recipe. So maybe you can come on the channel again in the kitchen and you can tell me how to do a frozen steak in the air fryer. I'm sure I can Google it, but it might be more fun with someone else on the screen. Okay, perfect. Spanky sent me an email with the pic and the name. I need the name. I need the name of your Avenger. Let me pull up my email real quick and see what. Oh. Is your name Shannon? Spankster? Are you Spankster? Very muscular. What's the name of? Ooh, okay, yeah, you like some good music. I like that music too. ZZ Top, AC/DC, Billy Idol. Yes, me too. Oh, the Spankinator. Yes, yes. Spankinator. Yes, Spankinator. That would be awesome. Okay, I got it, Spanky. You're on the wheel. We're doing that next Sunday. Terry girl, LOL, I quit using aluminum. Now I do have some old aluminum deodorant in my desk at work in case, things get hot in there and it's like stressful. But it's an old, I won't buy anymore. I use the native brand stuff. What brands of non-aluminum and I also use their shower gel too. Ricky says 8 Ball, is pumpkin spice good on eggs? Uh, you may rely on it. 8 Ball, will Amy's dish be delicious? Definitely, yes. Oh, this should be going off in a few minutes here, guys. It said 3 minutes. Brian, dish, and houses. House fires. And feel free to share your channels. All are welcome to share their channels here. Guess what, guys? Guess what? Ziggy, stop. Okay. So I'm going to get guess what time it is, guys? Time to get the beef out of the oven. We're going to find out. Now, I'm going to do something with this. Let me move this pan off of here. I'm going to do something with this. I'm going to drain that juice off. Oh my gosh, I can't get my glove on. These are the best gloves too. Okay, and we're going to pull this hot skillet out. Oh, I put the bacon grease away. Okay. Got this out. Let me switch the cameras again so you can see. Awesome sauce. Okay. So we're going to take this nasty foil out. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to have to figure out something here. It's steaming. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove. Oh, something just fell out at me. Let me see. I should have planned this out. I'm going to get this little can here. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. All right, we're going to do this. I have this strainer thing here on this copper pan. That's the other thing. I bought these copper pans when they were all the craze, and now I'm not so sure those are good, right? So, okay, this cast iron skillet is very heavy. This looks delicious. I've got to remember to turn off the oven. We're done with that. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Okay, let me move this over here. We got to be careful doing this because it's very heavy. And I do have like a pulled muscle or something in my shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up. We're just going to drain this broth off of here. Because, first of all, I want to save it. Check that out, guys. Anytime I cook beef, I make broth. Now, I'm going to get the bacon grease again. I don't know if I need to take that out of there or not. Let me move this out of the way. We'll swap these again. I'm going to melt some bacon grease in here, and we're going to just try to crisp these up some. So I guess this is like reverse sear. We're going to try to reverse sear these a little bit. I don't know, they seem a little tough. They are not like, oh no, these seem tough. I guess we'll see. Maybe I should have done them on like less time. We'll find out, I guess. We'll find out. Kelly says, I make my own deodorant and it's cheap to make. Do you have a video on that? Should I go live tomorrow? Outlook good. Yes, you need to go live because I'm going to be getting an oil change at the dealership. So I don't know, guys. These seem tough. What would you guys do differently? This is why I don't like to do the recipes without testing them first. Maybe we can make these crispy though, and they'll be better. Louis Lotito, was that on Caleb's channel? Yeah, it was kind of cool. Lamb says, I don't need to use deodorant anymore. Not sure why, just like using sun cream. That's cool, Lambs. John, I think this is John. Tinfoil used to make from tin and wasn't harmful like aluminum. Yes. And that's why they call it aluminum foil now. I hope I just didn't ruin a chuck roast. Sugar permeates cells in rapid fashion. Our polio vax when I was a kid was an actual sugar cube that they put on our tongue. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Gary said, I stopped using deodorant many years ago. My armpits thank me for it. I can't. I got to use something. But I'm new to carnivore, so maybe that will change. Ricky Lee asks 8 Ball, I'm on low iodine. Should I order more from Amy's Amazon page? Yes, you may rely on it. Heck, at this point, we shouldn't breathe in the air. Exactly. Oh, actually, they're crisping up, so maybe that will make them good. In the bacon grease. I still think I may have just ruined a chuck roast. But guess what? You guys did it with me. We're all together. Same with tin cans. Yes, 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 yes. 8 Ball, when is the cooking starting? The cooking's been going. Oops. Hold on, I just lost it. I don't take zinc. I just keep a penny in my mouth all day until I almost choke on it. I probably could stop the zinc at this point. But a few years ago, I had a lot of illnesses. So, okay, so these are getting crispy. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm nervous. They seem like they're tough. I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh, we'll find out. But they're fried in bacon grease, so they can't be that bad. I quit showing every day now. I shower when I poo. Oh, I quit showering every day when you poo. 2 times a week. There you go. Yes, Spanky, I watch his channel often, Lewis says. CB, most pennies are copper unless you have one made during wartime. Okay, guys. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to put a couple in a little bowl and I'm going to try them and I'm going to tell you. Let me find one that looks crispy because it looks good. I like. This might not be the way to cook this, but we're gonna find out. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hands are greasy. Hold on. Oh, I got the butter too. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these, and I got this brown butter here. I'm going to put some of that on there. We're going to find out how bad this is and if it'll work. Helix says, does anyone watch Tony's Food for Thought? I've never heard of that. What is that channel, Helix? All right. So I have the butter here. Got the butter here. See, I'm going to put some of this butter. All right, let's see what's going on here. The verdict. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be bad or good? It's not as tough as I thought. Wow. Okay. Those are good. Now, it's a little tough than when I cook it for 3 hours, but I thought it was going to be like, I couldn't chew it. I need another one. Hold on. I need another one. Just to make sure. Oh my gosh, guys. Here, let me hold this up for you. Can you see that? It's actually not bad. Got to put the butter on it though. Mmm. Mmm. God fry them. Sorry. It's actually really good, guys. It's not quite as shreddable as when, like I said, oh, that's good. Okay, it's not ruined. Mine are well done. You got to play with the time based on how you want yours done. And then I seared them in the pan with the bacon grease, just so you can see them again. There they are. They're still kind of crisping up in that bacon grease, but I don't care. Man, they're good. They're definitely good. Holly says, I make my own deodorant with coconut oil, shea butter, baking soda, and arrowroot powder and essential oils. That is cool. The meat, I know I'm like an hour behind. Yes, at the time you chatted this, the meat was in the oven. Lewis, he is one of the best for TV reviews. Love that guy. Helix says, I got a confession. I've added in carbs. It's only pickles, fermented cabbage, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and coconut milk. Okay, well, you know what? You got to do whatever you got to do, Helix, and we all support you. Nobody's calling the carnivore police on this channel. Let me show you my ferments. Again, I already made a video for this, but I'm still working on editing, and I hate editing. It takes up a lot of time, and right now I'm working on cleaning my house for the holidays, but here is my fermented kimchi in my big glass jar, and I've been eating some of this, and it's spicy. And my sister likes kimchi too. It's got cucumbers and cabbage in it and radishes, and so she's going to enjoy some of that when she comes in here too. So, I guess I'm not totally carnivore either, even though I think ferments are better for you. Oh, that's copper, CB. Ricky Lee, I'm a Pisces too. When's your birthday? Mine's March 2nd, and I turned the big 50 on March. Not looking forward to that, but it is what it is. Andrew Robinson is awesome too. Wendy says, I got back straps and tenderloins. Helix says, I almost had a meltdown. Like, well, cheating on these is way better than cheating on Apple. Yes, I agree, Helix. Ha, sorry, Pisces. I'm a Pisces, Tanya. Bill Cook, I watched a video of a guy that hadn't taken a shower in over 6 months and no one in his household noticed. Spanky says, no, I was recording all the football today. Well, I guess that saves me a few hours. Huh? That's why you can't record football, because someone's going to spoil it. That's what my husband says. PhD lessons drop, but Kim sent a message saying it's catch-up week and the lessons are only bonus. Oh, man. There's bonus lessons. Darn it. IQVC meet on Black Friday and Christmas countdown. What meats do you recommend? My mom said she bought some tenderloins or something, and they looked really big on the QVC commercial, but then when she got them, they were dinky. Bill Cook says carnivores definitely don't smell like regular people. What do they smell like? Meat? Juliet says, oops. Dallas pulled ahead. What? Bill, you forgot turducken? Is that what it is? Turkey and duck? Turducken? Julie, you forgot 8. Oh, 8 ball. Yeah, it's got to be yes or no questions, Juliet. Because Nightbot just answers yes or no questions. Turducken. Turducken is what that's called. They rely on what? Helix says, when I was little, I blew up an extinguisher. It was weird looking. I was a known pyro. If there was a lighter in the counter, it was mine. Hee, no issues here. Long time no see. Were you in just Jason Keto's video premiere where he made the kimchi chaffles? No, I wasn't. But I started making kimchi so in 2021, I went on an antibiotic that ruined my gut, right? And I lived in the bathroom for 2 years. And I started hearing about all these fermented foods. And the kimchi was spicy and whatever. And I kind of like spicy foods, even though you think that wouldn't be good for your gut. So I started with the kimchi, and I got sick the week that I first started making the kimchi. And you have to burp it every day, right? Because there's gas in there, and you gotta you'll see in my video what you gotta do. And it smelled like garbage every time you opened it. And I made my husband help me because I had like the stomach flu that week. And I remember the first time I ate it, I waited until like 3 o'clock on a Friday because I'm like, if I'm going to die from eating rotting vegetables, I don't want to miss work. I don't want to miss work. So it was funny. It was funny. But I didn't die. My stomach gurgled the first time I ate it, but nothing happened. And then the second day I ate it, it was like amazing. I love it. So I may incorporate that on the regular into because I do miss vegetables, right? So yes, CB, thanks for joining our live. And hearts. But Loki shoots things in the viscera and completely ruined the liver of his deer. Aw, that's too bad. I'm assuming you like to eat the liver. Sherry's here. Hi, Sherry. You kids, and you're not using foil plastic. The microwave for some just cracked me up. I grew up drinking from the hose. Yeah, I grew up drinking from the hose too, Sherry, and eating the sand. I'm probably one of the healthiest here. Yes, you are, Sherry. Thank you for joining us. Dallas kicked a field goal with a few seconds left. Helix. My word is love bacon, not fire hydrant. Oh, you're joking. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's funny. Thomas is usually the one that does that, but he's not here. Oh, Eagles Loft, my office out of Philly going to be pissy tomorrow. That's funny. Terry says, I have the community thing on mine. If ever wants to just talk or post something, sure. It's not a carnivore channel, though. That's okay. Actually, that's probably better because you're not limiting yourself to one topic. Hey, Halen. Oh, nice. Heart attack chicken sounds tasty. That is Rick's recipe. And I'm going to be making another heart attack recipe with Rick on the 21st. He's going to walk me through it. Oops, I guess I messed that up somehow. Bill Cook, please subscribe to him. Here's his channel link. And he is got a new channel, but he's been making some videos and posts there. So go check him out. And Jerry hi Jerry, telling Terry to post your channel here. What grease? What grease did I use? I used bacon grease. Let's see. Kelly says, I will be making buffalo chicken dip, yum, and bringing pork rinds, dipping the chicken, and making me carnivore cheesecake for myself. I need to make that oopsie cake. Has anybody made the oopsie cake? But I probably will have some of the keto chow fudge just once, just on Thanksgiving, but I won't have it after that. Helix says, I can't go to the holidays this year. I'm sort of mute right now, depending on what mute means to you. I don't know. I can't talk out loud much. Some withdrawal effects, maybe. Well, I hope you feel better, Helix. Jerry says, Amy, should we always do cooking vids on Sunday nights? I'll make the appetizer or side dish. You can make the main event. That would be fun. I'd love to get back to that. I don't know if I can do it every week, though, because of the coaching courses. But yes, I love doing cooking vids. And Jerry, we're going to do a side-by-side cooking live stream, I think. Aren't we going to do one live together? We decided we gotta plan that out. Gotta go for my first colonoscopy. A bit nervous. Will the doctor buy my lunch first or whisper to me that I'm pretty? I should at least go before the intrusion. Spanky, you'll be fine. I had my first one in July, and the worst part is the prep. The actual procedure, no problem. It's over and done with before you know it. But the prep, I'm not gonna lie. And a little hint, don't fall asleep during the prep. I'm not going to explain to you how I know that, but do not fall asleep during the prep. All I can say is disaster pants, but yeah. And this is Juliette's channel. Please, everybody, if you're not already subscribed to her, I think everyone mostly is here. Please do that. Erin is roasting a turkey and smoking a brisket. Smoked brisket is my favorite. That takes a long time, though, like 20 hours, Erin. Oh, Peter's here. Hey, Peter. How you doing? Peter, you want to see what we made? I made these crispy chuck roast bites. And actually, they're really good. Is it too hot? I think I'm going to have another one. Yummy. So delicious. Sorry, guys. Those are so good. Especially with the butter. I used to love chocolate covered pretzels. Me too. We used to buy this white and black popcorn. It was drizzled with white chocolate and black chocolate. That was so good. Yeah, Papa, are you feeling better? You said you had a fever the other night. I hope that's broken. You're feeling better. Juliet's asking, and I want to know too. How far behind am I? Oh my gosh, like an hour. Sorry, guys. Ricky Lee, type the love bacon. Papa Carnivore. Bill Cook says, who? Peter says, I've been so sick with the flu. I'm actually thinking of going to the doctor if I'm not feeling better by Tuesday, which is my next day off. Obviously, you're not able to work, right? Because you're too sick. Sharon says, don't even. That's the one modification I need for my Avenger. The soft pretzel. The soft pretzel. Yeah, yeah. Everybody wants to know how Peter's doing. Oh, your daughter has epilepsy. So, yeah. So that's the whole reason why Chris and Marion Bear developed the keto chow. I'm pretty sure it was epilepsy. Dustin! Hey, buddy. I think I need an antibiotic. It's possible. It's possible. Wendy says Loki and I are going to cook turkey thighs in the Charvel brand Big Easy Air Fryer. Yum. Sandy's asking about Peter. Yeah, or it could be the, the COVID. Everyone's glad to see Peter. Peter, we haven't been seeing you. Salt water. Salt water, meaning drinking electrolytes, maybe? Yes, everyone concerned about Peter. Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie. I don't have anyone to have turkey day with, which is okay. We'll get started with cleaning now since it's a mess, and we'll be cooking at 8. There you go. And honestly, I will tell you guys this. I host all of the holidays. So the holidays are usually very stressful. This time of year is usually very stressful for me because I'm also singing in a lot of Christmas choral concerts and other things. And it's just overwhelming this time of year. And now I'm in 2 classes and, you know, and then I just had surgery. But the one year during COVID, we canceled the holidays, right? We canceled Thanksgiving. And my husband and I just laid in our jammies all day and watched our favorite movies. And I'm not going to lie, I love my family and I love having the holidays with them, but not having the holiday stress, it kind of was nice. Lamb says it's a damn carnivore diet you're on. I'm still hacking up a lung, I'm so sorry, Peter. Yes, Lambs is right from what I've heard. Keto carnivore is the ideal cure. You're right, Spanky. Oh. Don't work twice, I guess, Aaron. There might be a time limit of how many times you can post your channel. For over a century, that is true. Salt water helps pull that crap out. The other thing I did was I made, what's her name? Can't think of her name. But I did the do-it-yourself electrolytes, which has magnesium, potassium, and sodium in it. So most days when I'm at home, I use those. Oh, what is her name? It's not Nisha. It's I thought it starts with an N. But I did a video on that. And then I showed the ratios that I did do-it-yourself electrolytes, it's called. Yeah, just go to the doctor and get the antibiotics. Yeah, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better. And Aaron says, don't wait, Pete. Yeah, go to the doctor and take the prescription. This is a long time and your symptoms are getting worse for sure. It's probably turned into a bacterial infection. Everybody agrees. Carrie says, I found an electrolyte powder here at HEB and they are clean, no sugar, carbs. I will look into salty. Yeah, well, if you found it a clean electrolyte powder, it's probably going to be cheaper than what you could order from salty, and that's okay. And everybody's getting sick, it seems like. Jerry said, mine took me down for 4 days. Peter, I got whatever you have. I'm sorry, Tanya. I hope you feel better. And okay, so guys, it's exclamation love bacon, all one word. Probably COVID, maybe. Sweat it out, Bill says. Gary says the new flavor of keto chow is squid flavored. Maybe it's sardine flavored. Sardine squid. Yeah, Aaron. So Aaron was sick too. She said she had the same thing and they gave an antibiotic. Seriously, can we spread this thing through the YouTube? Are we all catching the same thing through the YouTube? Well, I just lost my screen. Hold on, guys. Okay, trying to get through these comments. You guys realize this is insane, right? Peter, fast. Fast and maybe drink some you need some broth. Yeah, Laura Russell. She mentions this takes care of viruses, she says. The horse paste, yes. And she's a prepper. If you guys have not checked out Laura Russell's channel, she's a prepper and she is awesome. She goes live every Monday night. Oh man, the chat jumped and my computer's acting. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. It's acting weird. Okay, something's going on with, I think it's my monitor. Hold on. It's just love bacon with an exclamation. Yeah, maybe I should change that to something else. Okay, why is this? Dang it, Jerry. Okay, so like, is this acting delayed? Thomas is here. Hi, Thomas. Okay, what's going on? Like, I can't select the chats. Hold on. Something is like not working here. You guys have broke my chat. You broke it. Worked for me, Amy. Oh, here we go. Okay. I don't know, like it's frozen. Is the stream like, is the stream freezing, you guys? Yes, delayed off and on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I bet you I know. Huh. Weird. I might have to end it. It's being weird. I can't select any more chats. Live streaming, talk studio. Oh, it's frozen on me now. Shoot. Nothing is freezing that I see, Terry says. Like, ooh, ooh. Hold on. I don't know what I just did. I can't see the stream at all now. Weird. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I can just read them from here. Where am I at? I may just have to read them, guys, from my phone. Here we go. Wait. Something is like really frozen on my computer here. And this is a brand new computer. See if I can get this back up. Okay. There we go. Here we go. It's back. Have you tried a fast a day or two? And fasting helped me, Jerry said. Starve a fever. I've been using bacon fat for keto chow when I have it. Oh, that sounds good. Maybe I should try that. Haven't had the flu in at least 7 or 8 years, knock on wood. When I went 3 weeks carnivore this summer, I caught some sort of virus. Wendy says, I went to go get a broken molar pulled this Tuesday. I drove across Texas on Wednesday, got my buck on Thursday, and had to wait for Loki to get his buck going back next month for wild pigs. Sweet. Yes, Bill. Kitchen scissors cutting gaskets out in the garage. That's what the gasket comment was. Who knows? Who knows what he was using it for? Oh, Jamie, did you put a link for your ceramic pan? I'd like to buy a new one, but I don't know. Kelly says, I use cast iron, but I do have one ceramic pan I got from Walmart. I would like one decent sized ceramic pan, but they're expensive. Me too. I need to learn how to brown butter. Okay, maybe I'll do that on a live. Helix says, I'll never cook and be live either. Never, never in my cooking life. I love doing these because um my goal initially was to have a group of people who didn't eat keto or carnivore. Actually, I was keto at the time, and to teach them how to make recipes, right? But what I'm finding is the people in here, you guys already know how to live this lifestyle, right? You don't need to watch me cook on screen, but it's just something fun to do while we're live streaming. Um, what I absolutely want to do when it snows here, and it will snow here, I want to do a grilling live, and there's a window right here, and the grill is right outside, and I could strategically put a camera connected to my computer out the window in the snowstorm, and we can film the snowstorm, like me grilling out in the snow. I think that would be a fun idea too. Thank you, Ricky Lee. I appreciate it. I'm having a blast. Juliet says Jerry has an amazing coffee latte drink. I can't wait to try it tomorrow. Did you do that in your live tonight? Oh, Cindy. Cindy! Hey, Cindy. Cindy DeManchis here. Welcome. Cindy is the Keto Chow Queen. Sprinkle some chocolate salty electrolytes on it. Maybe I'll do a butter bites live stream and I'll try that exact thing and I'll do the cinnamon thing. Peter, you still here? You do some cinnamon in your coffee and stuff, right? I'll have to try that too. Helix, will I ever be a big live stream carnivore? Outlook not so good. Don't listen to 8 Ball. Everyone saying hi. Juliet, did your unflavored bone broth get to you already? Sweet. Or on brown butter, Ricky? Yes. It's friendly today. Yes, it is. Nightbot is friendly, Helix. No, Dustin. I'm not ready for the week to come. Not ready. And now I just found out they dropped some more content on PhD, and Julia and I played hooky, and I was listening to the lunch PhD class, but Juliet got me off on a tangent with this Tube Buddy thing. Do you use Tube Buddy, Dustin? And so I wasn't really paying attention. So I really need to go back and listen to these live streams. But I'm probably going to be multitasking when I do that. And apparently they dropped some more content, which I'm probably not going to have time to get caught up on. Aw, I've had a runny nose since I got COVID in October 2020, Ricky Lee says. Everyone's saying hi to Dustin. And this is Aaron's channel. And Aaron, you are going to live stream in the morning because I need something to do while I'm at the dealership. I just have to remember to take my headphones. Helix is in Kansas. Iguana. Skip the I. Oh, I love bacon. No, it's just love bacon. Sorry. Man, I made a confusing word, didn't I? Maybe I need to change that. Higbee, Missouri. Bill on the frozen butter cubes. And it is soup season. Yes, I want to make egg drop soup. I really think I want to do that. Thanks, Bill. I don't have my glasses on and it's blurry. I'm terrible chatting when I'm on the devices. Okay, Juliet did it. Weather and then her zip code. Weather for Springfield. So if you guys want your weather, you have to type the word weather. And then either your city or zip code. Broth, gelatin, and eggs to make the egg drop soup. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And then this is Terry Girl's channel, Terry's channel. And then Kelly's weather. Ooh, So, carnivore-friendly eggnog. Well, I have a keto-friendly eggnog, and it's called Keto Chow eggnog flavor, and it's delicious. So if you want to splurge and have Keto Chow eggnog flavor, it's really good. I mean, I wouldn't drink it every day. As a matter of fact, I think I gotta order some because it is that time of year, isn't it? My husband's gonna want that. Ooh, did you all see Barbara's Chowder, all the shellfish? No, I did not, Aaron. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay, I'm gonna skip through the weathers. Yes, Terry girl, too much chatting and she's having to sprint. It's okay. I'm just so thankful you guys are all here hanging out with me. Pretzels, Amy. Bella makes a wonderful egg drop soup and it's so delicious. Okay, that's good. I don't want to go look at Bella's recipe though, because I don't want to get in trouble for using someone else's. So I'll probably try to come up with one. And maybe I'll just post hers in my comment. Your ears were burning today when I was looking for you while shopping for the baby at Kohl's. That's so sweet, Jerry. I saw that. Brown butter. Yes, just before you brown it, it works better. I have actually browned frozen butter because I forgot to thaw it out. So I think that might work. Everyone telling Sherry hi. Hunting. Whatever recipe you do, please don't put on a thumbnail game changer or don't eat this with an arrow pointing at a ribeye. Okay, deal, Ricky Lee. Nah, okay, so my thumbnail was a little bit clickbaity this time. It said, make you drooling or something like that. So I try not to be too clickbaity, which is probably why I'm not getting the subs that I need, but I don't care. But this one said, warning causes drooling. Warning causes drooling is what I posted. So sorry if that's a little too clickbaity. I'm trying to just boost it a little bit, but not do anything outrageous. Terry Sue, I just posted on your community. It worked. Yay. This one's funny. Julia asked if Rick will get Milton fixed, and 8 Ball says nope. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Julia, nope. Not if we have anything to say about it. We're gonna help get him fixed. Helix says, with me cooking, of course, I'm gonna bring my carnivore girlfriend up again, Courtney, Luna, and then Bella. I do a lot of what they do. If Michaela Peterson, you know, my wife had a cooking show. Yes. I think so. I think isn't the core full carnivore, or is yours a sweetened stevia? No, mine is unsweetened. I intentionally got the unsweetened version. And sweetened is just the beef protein and the vitamins and minerals. Yeah. So the chocolate I got is unsweetened. Now, could I add a little bit of allulose to it? Maybe, but I actually just added like a tablespoon into my coffee and then a whole egg, and that was good because I'm trying not to do sweeteners. Okay, I'm skipping past the 8 balls. Yeah, 50-year mortgage plan on a box of carnivore balls or balls. Gonna have to end this live stream soon. I'm misspeaking. Yeah, I have not seen him. I have not seen Charlie in streams either. No new videos on his channel. Right. Hope he's doing okay. Yeah, and Dustin said, I'm pretty sure he commented in the chat with me. Maybe he's just busy. So very rude, Amy, for me not to show up. I know. I'm sorry. And then to have this pain attack in my rib cage. Oh, Dad's here. Oh, so you were at John's house. So my dad is here just getting over Thanksgiving dinner at my brother. That's my brother. Hope it was good, Dad. What'd you get? It, and it's showing his, that's a weird name. It's got your whole name in there. And CB says, I cooked heart attack chicken a couple days ago, about burnt the house down, put too much beef fat in the pot. Don't think animal fat isn't flammable. Yeah. That's my dad. Okay, Dustin. I just freaked out because normally I'm okay with Googling my symptoms, but when you put in Chat GPT, I'm having pain when I breathe, and I just had surgery 4 weeks ago, like the answer is get to the ER immediately. Well, I did not go to the ER. I'm not going to the ER. If something bad happens, I'll go to the ER. I think it's a pinched nerve. I think I slept wrong and I have a pinched nerve and it just happens to be in a bad spot. Okay, I haven't seen any hold for reviews. Have you, Lynn? Are you guys are moderators, right? It was my phone, so I don't know. And yeah, YouTube can hold back the simple comments. I agree. Everyone's saying hi to my dad. I've been sending them all through Jerry. There have been quite a few. I'm gonna have to look into that. Just went back to my regular channel. I know who you are. Oh, yeah, so JAD608. That's my dad. It had your whole name on there. If we type booby, it will flag it. Can I say that word? That must have been a really hot pan. What is Jenkos forever? I don't know. And Peter is eating enough salt, says 8 Ball. Wendy says banding supplies can be had at Tractor Supply stores on their website, but some animals just don't hold up as well as doing it that way. I don't know what you're talking about, Wendy. I know you're probably talking about like gutting an animal and preparing the meat. I don't hunt. I just eat. I would eat what people hunted, though. Hey, Mickey. Oh my gosh. Spanky's now singing songs. Yes, I almost just started singing it. Lambs, it did get really hot, put too much beef fat in. It boiled over and I pushed the pot off then and then off the eye and then flames shot up. That would have made a good video. You're a pyromaniac, not a cook, he says. I think one of the videos I made cooking, there was like a flame that shot up in it was kind of cool on one of my shorts. Sounds like you should only cook with a solar cooker, Brian says. I know I'm only 20 minutes. That's actually really good for me. No, I'm an hour behind. I'm an hour behind in chat and I'm trying to read every comment because they say you're rude if you don't read every comment. But I've been on for 2 hours. So I'm probably going to have to end this. Let me see if there's any QQQs. Yeah, I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. CB needs to cook with strawberry poop gas, Jerry says. Okay, guys. I am doing my best, but I don't think I'm going to get through all these comments just because I'm an hour behind. However, I am going to show this one more time. This is what we made tonight. I might have to have a few more bites. This is what we made tonight, right? Ooh, and they're in the bacon grease. I'm going to pour the butter on them. Might have to have one more. Oh, they're good. Yeah, totally good. Totally good. I thought they were going to be tough, but they're not tough at all. All right, guys. Next Sunday is the Carnivore Avenger, 7 p.m. It's the free giveaway. So we're going to do that, and we'll have another chat. And I hope you all, I'm dropping a couple videos this week. I'm not doing any official Thanksgiving videos, but I have some videos that were pre-recorded that I'm dropping, so stay tuned for those. Hopefully I can finish filming my keto chow video and get that out on Wednesday. And then I don't see any of these comments. Ellen says, yeah, no, I'm an hour behind. I've been trying to keep up with them and do my thing, but you guys are just too awesome, man. And I want to provide a space where you all come and have fun and you guys can talk to each other. And I'll try to get through the comments as best I can. I apologize if I didn't read your comment. Just know that I love you and I'm glad you're here. And I appreciate all of your support. And I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. But before I do, I'm going to play the credits like I always do. Look for your name. And you should see it if you posted a comment. Anyway, love you guys. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving and see you on Sunday. Take care.
Oh, yeah. Lights fade low, the bacon's done. We rocked the stream and had some fun. Keto rock stars in the rocking crew. Stay strong. We're gonna roll with you. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. We're gonna keep rolling on. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. Rocking till the credits roll.